some men who I think should be kind of encouraged to reflect a little bit on the fact that part of the reason that the white man got his foot on your neck is because you allow a lack of sexual discipline to haunt you throughout your life. Part of the reason that he's got you oppressed is because you can't turn down a cute piece of poontang, and then next thing you know, you're sitting in child support court for the next 18 years. You should understand that.
Y'all have no D discipline around here. Y'all have no D discipline around here. That's what he's basically saying. Excuse me. He said, y'all keep getting into this trouble because y'all don't know how to take care of your other head. And this is all y'all's fault. And that's why the community is suffering. That's why the community is suffering. So you agreeing with Boyce? I thought that the most children in the community is amongst the women and not amongst the men, which means that they're having babies by the same people over and over and over again. How many people in here that aren't married have children out of wedlock? If you want to talk, if you want to say that or not. Because that's what I thought y'all said on, oh, you mean D discipline. Okay, my bad. I was like, come on, girl. I just checking. Okay, she mean on D discipline. That is definitely important. That is definitely important. He absolutely did that. Meaning Boyce. I'm sorry, meaning Kevin Samuels. My bad. But y'all, he gonna come for y'all. He always gonna come for y'all.
Kids that were in high school 2-3 years ago. But there are some men who I think should be kind of encouraged to reflect a little bit on the fact that part of the reason that the white man got his foot on your neck is because you allow a lack of sexual discipline to haunt you throughout your life. Part of the reason that he's got you oppressed is because you can't turn down a cute piece of poontang, and then next thing you know, you're sitting in child support court for the next 18 years.
That's because of the white man. Yeah. Okay. Just in case you missed that, that's the white man.
You should understand that anybody who wants to take you out, any enemy that wants to see you go down, anybody who wants to destroy you, if they know that you have a sexual weakness, if they know that you have an unaddressed sexual addiction or a gambling addiction or any other kind of addiction, a drug addiction, then they're gonna come get your money. This is financial theory. A fool and his money always parts ways. You can't hold on to money if you can't protect the ball. So really, I would encourage anybody who has an issue with the accountability piece of this to just understand that there are numerous examples all throughout history of great men being taken down by somebody dangling a chick in front of them, some big booty, somebody willing to take you in the bedroom and do whatever, make your dreams come true. Vladimir Putin used to do this all the time. He used to have KGB agents who were prostitutes. Did y'all know? How many of y'all knew that? Anybody give me a guess if you knew that? Give me a guess.
I don't need to know. I didn't need to know that about Putin, but we already know that men are weak for PUSSY. We just talked about that the other day. But I'm just trying to figure out how the equation to that is white people, and it's white people's fault, and it's the white people that got they foot on your neck, allegedly, however he put it. And that's what the actual problem is around here. It's a white people yet again for the win. Shout out to the white people. Shout out to the white people. Because Black women don't do this. And that's not me even trying to come for Black women. I'm just saying Black women don't do this. Who just got taken to court? Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. Who else has it been that just had all this happen and ended up with these settlements and all this? Tyrese and done it, and his ex-wife was not white. I don't know if she was Black or she was Dominican. But it's too many examples where it's not just fucking white people, and it's not mainly white people, but he want to make it seem like, as usual, like a pro does, it's all white people's fault. And the people that are co-signing this, looking at his chat, which I don't have up, but looking at his chat, just agreeing with that, that's what we doing? Oh, I can't. But accountability, y'all. But he want to talk about accountability. Jeezy, that's right. Jeezy recently, I think he got custody of his daughter, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you know how deeply, for thousands of years, prostitutes have been used as agents? I mean, when I saw what Shannon was dealing with this chick, and I saw that she was secretly recording him. When I saw her pretending to be the victim, even though it looked like they were playing a game of I'm gonna pretend to choke you all, I mean, let's just be honest. Some people like to be choked in the bedroom. I don't know where that comes from. I've never asked my wife to choke me, but I've seen a couple of things. I'm a grown
child. Sir, you did not need to say that.
Oh man. So this lady was moving like an agent. She was moving like somebody who was positioned to give someone else leverage over him. She moved like somebody who was designed to break him down. In fact, I will tell you, I know a few celebrities out there in Hollywood. I don't want no parts of Hollywood. You ain't never gonna see me have no mainstream TV.
He don't want no parts of Hollywood, but he's certainly always talking about Hollywood and having that lady on here that specializes in talking about Hollywood. But
TV show. You ain't never gonna see me out there in, doing that Hollywood thing. Every now and then I've been to LA. I used to hang out with Damon Dash out there and stuff like that. But for the most part, that's not my cup of tea, at least at this stage of my life for sure. But let me tell you, I have heard specific stories from very prominent individuals whose names you would know if I said them right now, who said to me, they said, yeah, I noticed that when I blew up, they started to put women in front of me and offer me things to get me into what I believe were compromising situations. They wanted the drug addiction because
who is they? Who is they? Who's this they you speak of? Anybody think they know who the they he speaks of is? So you're telling me that women just don't do that on their own. They needed someone to encourage them to get in front of these people. The girl with Zion Williams' son, I think the basketball player, the girl with the girlfriend of the basketball player, and then he went back to his ex-wife and she's pregnant. So you think that the white man is finding these women and saying, get your ass in front of these people so that we can take them down? Is that what we're saying, Bueller? Is that what this man is trying to say right now? So they're not doing it on their own at all. They're not doing it on their own at all. It's someone else that's coming.
This is amazing.
It's someone else that's coming in and making this happen to tear down the black man. So this is the sympathy for y'all that he can find. And then the next minute, he gonna be kicking y'all's back in. Child, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Shout out to Live from New York. I appreciate you, hun. He said, if Shannon looked like Shamar Moore, would there still be all this outrage? So you think that it's because he's dark skinned? If he looked like Shamar Moore, I like Shamar Moore. I do. And I like Shannon Sharp. So I think they're both attractive in the ways that they are. You know what? For him, it could be some colorism around here. I don't know. Probably, maybe so. Or are you saying if it was Shamar Moore in the situation with Gabby as opposed to Shannon Sharp, he's still black at the end of the day? I don't know. I don't do whataboutisms, honestly, for the most part, because at the end of the day, no one around here is innocent. And if something was done to you that was against the law and as vicious and disgusting and gross as what it is that she is alleging, then I just need someone to help me understand why she is not going to the police. We're still within the statute of limitations, I would assume, allegedly. How come no one ever asked those questions? How come it's just straight out coming for, I just want some money? So everybody's just supposed to be like, oh, it's got to be true. It's got to be true. Of course people want to believe that it's true. It's definitely salacious, right? We going to talk about this until it's done. We're going to be talking about Diddy because that trial starts tomorrow. The salacious stuff, right? But all this believe all women, and women are so empowered, and women this and women that, and women this and women that, and we care about all these women. Why is no one seemingly
This is amazing.
Why is no one seemingly ever going to the police to get these horrible men off the street? No, let's do it 50 years later like Constant did to Bill Cosby. Let's do it however many years later as people seemingly want to do. Even Cassie. Let's do it all these years. Like she didn't even go to the police to have him arrested or anything. It's just straight go to a civil suit to get some damn money. All right. It's just me. I know. I'm a white supremacist talking point. I'm a bootlicker. I know. All the names. Let's get that on out of the way. Answer me that. How come don't nobody ever go and put them in jail, especially right damn now, since this allegedly happened not only in October 2024, but January 2025, and did her ass, literally and figuratively, go to the hospital to get a kit done or get some real evidence done in order to support this mess, we shall call it. In between her time doing her prawn content that I've seen with my own eyes on OF. for money. Okay. Shout out to Live from New York, but it's the white man that's putting all this in front of y'all. Okay, just understand and know that's what it is. Okay, because when in doubt, blame a white man. Thank you, hon. He said I say that because the outrage about her age is mostly from women. I'm outraged too. I'm outraged that people don't seem to see all these hoes that get right onto OF as soon as they get of whatever the legal age is, which obviously is 8 damn. Ignore all that. Their frontal lobes aren't developed. Charlie Sheen and I forget it, his ex-wife's name. She's somebody famous too. Child, what does she need to be on OF for? You trying to tell me she ain't got no damn money? You trying to tell me that her parents, both of which are actors, she ain't got no money that she needed to get on OF? Yeah, thank you, Dame. Denise Richards, thank you. So you telling me that she needed to get on OF because they just took her out of the will? Got it. Okay. Anyway, come on, child.
Stage of my life for sure. But let me tell you, I have heard specific stories from very prominent individuals whose names you would know if I said them right now, who said to me, they said, yeah, I noticed that when I blew up, they started to put women in front of me and offer me things to get me into what I believe were compromising situations. They wanted the drug addiction because you can control a drug addict. They wanted you to go and do something on Jeffrey Epstein's boat so they could record you, or go to a Diddy party and get somebody to play with your booty while you're on drugs and then catch it on film so they can use that against you. These are the things that people do in these spaces. And
now that's what Diddy did. It was all a setup in order to get you in a compromising position and I guess give it to the white man so that you could be controlled. I'm not saying that some of these situations might not be that. But maybe it's also because you become famous, you get more money, you're put out there more, that people are drawn and attracted to you. And there's a such thing as groupies. There's a such thing as women who want to get in front of you and get caught up for the attention, for the fame, become your baby mom for the attention, for the fame. So we just going to ignore all that? That's not a thing, right?
So to me, what is a problem is that as a community, we've not learned to understand that. Some of us have. I congratulate everybody who understands it. And I want to lay this out here too. Ask y'all a simple question: is it possible for us to love Shannon Sharp, but still to, so to speak, honestly about this? Give me a yes if you agree that it's okay to say, "Look, I love you, and that's why I'm being hard on you." Does anybody understand that? Did anybody grow up with parents like that? Did anybody grow up with a father who might have cussed you out because he loved you so much? Anybody else have a mama who would be all up in your shit because she knew that if you keep doing this, eventually they're gonna get you? See, you don't understand. Some of y'all didn't have solid Black parents that held you accountable. Some of y'all didn't have that, and I feel bad for you. My mother used to tell me, I grew up at a time. Anybody grew up at a time where you got whoopings? Anybody else get whoopings going up? I got whoopings, and one thing, and I'm not saying that whoopings are the best approach. I don't whoop my kids, right? But that was the best my mother knew how to do. That's the best my father knew. And one of the things that my mother believed was, she said, she heard from my grandfather. He said, "You better discipline him before society disciplines him."
So why aren't you speaking about that now, Boyce, with the community as a whole, while all these damn gremlins is out here gremlinizing Black people? But y'all, you're not allowed to say that, y'all. You're not allowed to say that, y'all. Shout out to Keith for acknowledging Camille Winbush from the Bernie Mac show got an OF. Yes, she does. And if I'm not mistaken, I thought that girl from Family Matters, the young one that disappeared, allegedly, I thought she did the same thing. And y'all can confirm or deny. Boyce's daughter is married to a white man? I know you effing lying. I know she not embarrassing the family by doing that and giving her Black wealth away with this conversation right here. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Because you love him, but the police don't love him. You care about his future. But these little girls, they're going to take him for everything he got. They don't care about his future. You have to instill the discipline while he's young so that the world doesn't discipline him. And I feel like Shannon Sharp just got spanked. I feel like he's getting spanked publicly. And it ain't right. It ain't right. I mean, I think that what this lady's doing is terrible. I do. I think it's wrong. I don't believe her. I think, or better yet, how about this? Somebody will say I don't believe completely. Let me backpedal on that a little bit.
Hold on. So all this talking this man is doing, and his own daughter is married to a white man, giving her allegedly probably giving his Black generational wealth that was passed down or is being passed down to her, that's going to go to him and by way of the marriage and then to their children. Hypocritical much? Hypocritical much? But got all this smoke for Yah and Shanny Shan. Got all this smoke for what the white man is doing to the community. And allegedly his daughter is married to a white man. Child, you can't make it up. You cannot make it up. And I'm going to say allegedly, but I'm going to try to look it up while he's talking.
Because another problem that he has is that he has a lot of accusations, man. I mean, I don't know. I heard the other lady, that he was dating, the one that said she was married when they got together, and her perspective sounded quite credible. But what happens in America is that there are certain groups of people in America that don't have accountability, right? They can put all their choices, all their behaviors, all their outcomes on another party, and everybody believes it, especially if the other party happens to be a black man. She was married when they got together, and her perspective sounded quite credible. But what happens in America is that there are certain groups of people in America that don't have accountability, right? They can put all their choices, all their behaviors, all their outcomes on another party, and everybody believes it, especially if the other party happens to be a black man. So anyway, do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and you're watching drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent black people. And what I was talking about today was this message. Shannon Sharp apparently blocked me on Twitter, and it kind of makes me sad because I wasn't trying to be mean to the brother. I just but I have to tell the truth. That's why I ain't got no friends. If you ever wonder why Boyce got no friends, because I say what I think I'm supposed to say, and I don't really care what people think about it. But honestly, I say it with good intentions. So hit the thumbs up button. Also, we're gonna have a financial class in a little bit. If you want to join us every morning, one economics, we teach businesses to 879.com. One of my grave concerns about tricking off the bag over nonsense is that one thing I've connected extensively is mental health and money. Right? I've talked to you extensively about how if you don't manage your mental health, you're going to lose all your financial wealth. If you don't go see that therapist about whatever it is that's causing you to make certain decisions. All
right, gentlemen, make sure you go see your therapist. Okay, that's where we look. Sounds like we're going now.
Then you're going to have a hard time holding on to your money. The protection of wealth requires a certain amount of discipline. And so in the case of Shannon Sharp, I see what could be a mental health issue.
Now Shannon has a mental health issue. So Boyce's assessment is that Shan has a mental health issue, and that's why he ended up with Zuniga, and now he's losing all of his money. Got it.
This interesting snow bunny addiction is fascinating to observe.
The snow bunny addiction. Him and Umar should get together. Yeah. Him and Dr. Umar should get together.
But also what's fascinating and sad is when you're talking about young girls, you're talking about kids that were literally in high school in like 2000. Like you asked one of these OnlyFans models, like, when did you graduate from high school? And she's like 2022. I mean, that's insanity to me. Or she graduated during the pandemic.
Well, how come y'all don't have any smoke for the actual OF site and take it up with them for allowing people this young that you feel don't have their frontal lobe fully intact? Why are you not taking it to there? Why y'all not taking it to that man, that whole white man, the man who's at the top, because, all these women don't want to deal with the patriarchy and hate men, and yet get on here and work for that man and then get all this money from those men. It's okay. Y'all gentlemen are okay when it's got to do with money, child. All right. When you're giving up the money, it's all good in the hood. But as soon as you start opening your mouth to ask something for said money, then it's a whole with slavery. How dare you treat me this way? I don't know who you think you are. You're not going to tell me I'm strong, independent. I don't need a man. And then be coming back to find where your fucking money is. Ain't that interesting? Now, come on, child. What else you got?
What the hell, man? I mean, that's crazy for a 50-something-year-old. I mean, most of y'all, how many of y'all, when did y'all graduate? Anybody graduate in the 90s? Anybody finish high school in the 80s? Maybe the 70s even, or the 60s perhaps? I don't know. I mean, some of y'all graduate long. I think Shannon Sharp, I imagine he probably finished high school in the 80s. He was born in the 60s. So when you are at that stage in life, somebody who like literally is like, oh yeah, I was born in 2002. That seems weird. That seems like somebody you're going to pick up at the daycare. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but it's weird to me. I'm sorry. It's weird, really weird.
And you know what? It can be weird to you. Let it be weird to you. And let Shannon feel and do whatever the hell he want to do, however you want to do it. Just like we got to let Monique do whatever she want, however she want to do it, whatever the hell it is that she want to say. And anybody else for that matter. How come you're not talking about the OF perspective? Because I promise you, people don't ever think about all these different other perspectives, right? Why Zuniga is not going to the police for something that just happened within the last 365 days that was so traumatizing and terrorizing, and yet she still wanted to make sure that she got that birthday present and that Christmas present. I know it was all Shannon's fault because of her frontal lobe, even though the frontal lobe allowed her to get on the OF and all the other people that y'all mentioned. Because it just makes more. So you're telling me at this point in life, Boyce, why are you not talking about the problem with women, specifically in the community who are working for the white man over there on OF, think that the only way that they can get money is
This is amazing.
to go be whores on OF. That part just disappeared from your brain.
This is amazing.
None of those things matter. Charles, this is a picture of Gabby. She looked good in that outfit. I ain't gonna hold you. I think that's a cute picture, but that's just me. Your favorite white supremacist child. Shout out to Draga. I see you. I appreciate you. He said, "What's worse to me is having a millionaire boot camp with no man." Who does Boyce have a millionaire boot camp, child? I don't know what he'd be doing. So I can't even comment on that. Thank you, hon. Shout out live from New York. Appreciate you. He said 50-year-olds watch senior corn. I think. How about that? Right? I'm sure Boyce allegedly will say that he never watches prawn. I'm pretty sure he never watches prawn. He's such an upright gentleman with regard to everything that he's the one that can tell you, yeah, what you gonna do.
We do not care